Hey everybody, it's Coach White with my main man, the man with all the answers, Mr. Long. What's up, man?
And I'm blessed to be here tonight. I'm excited for another episode of the White Print with Coach White, and you are actually the man with all the answers. And speaking of being the
Oh,
man
fact.
with all the answers, on tonight we're talking about generational wealth.
Yep,
Gen- And I know we're going
yep.
to jump right in there. And when you talk about generational wealth, Coach White, what is generational wealth?
Well, generational wealth is, like I said, the Bible says a wise man leaves an inheritance for their children.
Right.
And most of us in the black community,
Hmm.
we don't have a legacy plan. And even I'm a church guy, so even in the church world, pastors don't leave a succession plan for
Wow.
their church, right? So tonight we're talking about leaving generational wealth because I have 5 grandchildren, right? So I want to be
Wow.
able to have something established so their children and their children's children can still eat off what I'm doing in 2025.
Wow.
In the black
Now,
community, we just don't have it.
you're right about that. And why do you think that a lot of times in the black community that is not taught?
Well, because we have started, and I don't want anybody to take this in offense. We started in a position where nobody ever taught us. Now, I'm gonna say probably when I looked at statistics, 97% of um, African Americans don't have generational wealth.
Right.
That's saying something. Now, remember that gap. I mean, it's only 1% of black people that own
Hmm.
that are franchise owned. You know what I'm saying? And I want every nationality to look at my podcast. But when we're
That's right.
talking about where I'm at, I'm a black man, so where I'm at, you can see I'm a black man, duh. But where I'm at, you, like my parents, we probably split their house. 6 of us, we split it 6 ways. You know what I'm saying? And
Uh-huh.
that's pretty much it. We probably make what 20 grand a piece. 6 of us, that's 120. Um, what? What you gonna do with 20 grand? I always
Right.
tell you I need 50 grand right now. 20 grand. And then if you got inheritance tax on that, they gonna tax that. You probably only get 12,000. So I mean, there's no money in that. But if we set up trust, if we set up the
Hmm.
business, and like I've said in other podcasts, we set up the businesses right, the business will grow
That's
and
right.
continue.
I definitely agree with that. Definitely agree with that. Wow.
Business on, because but it starts with systems, ownership, and consistency. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It starts with
That's right.
being consistent. It starts with ownership and building systems. And you can definitely leave generational wealth to your families.
Right. You said something that was very key. You said building systems. Now, say if
Yep.
someone wanted to start building generational wealth for
Mm-hmm.
their family, what would be
Mm-hmm.
their first step? What would be their first step, their
Setting
foundation?
up, setting up the different things like trust, like, and then once you put the business in a trust, once you put a the business in different legal things where you don't have to do probate when I die. You know what I'm saying? And different things like that. Probate is when you got to take everything to the court. Lawyers have to be involved with it because nothing was set up. I have a document set up right now that has all my business in it, all my partners, all the structures. If it's an LLC and corporation, I have a book where it says LC White Invest. It has the properties, every name the properties in the LLCs, the bank accounts associated with that business, who's on the bank account as um my trustee, or who's on the bank account if I die,
Mhm.
who can sign. Every business has a white print where they can actually see in that document whose names on the account, what they have to do, where they have to go, different things like that. So if you want, if you really want how business owners accidentally kill generational wealth, here it is. You ready?
Yeah.
No succession plan, no systems, no documentations,
Mm.
right? And only you know how the business is run. So if I'm the only one know how the business is ran, then guess what? I killed the success. I killed the business. I
Right.
killed my generational wealth. If I'm the only one that knows how the business is ran, in that document, it has a first person, a second person, and a third person that can take over the properties.
Wow. Mm.
You know, so on my bank account, I set it up. The business bank account set up where my wife can go in, my son can go in, my sister can go in.
Mm.
All of us shouldn't die at the same time.
Right.
Prayerfully, all of us don't die at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So that way
Wow.
everybody knows. So that document is in a safe where those same people have the
Right.
combination to get into the safe.
Wow. And also, when you're talking about generational wealth, how important and imperative is it to try to make sure that the whole family is on one accord when it comes to, building the generational wealth?
Well, so your business should outlive you, right?
Hmm.
So we're building a legacy and not labor,
Hmm.
right?
Got
So
it.
if something happened to me, they're not laboring trying to figure out what's going to happen. Blah, blah, you know what I'm saying? I already built the legacy, so I already had processes in place, delegation in place. You understand what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
is this one has this business, this one has this business, this one has this incorporation, this one has this LLC, this one has this trust. Everything is set up from that manual. And that manual is my living documentation on the legacy and the generational wealth that I started for my family.
I'm gonna throw this question out there for you.
Mhm.
Say someone has $20,000 that they want to go ahead and that's their foundation. That's what they had.
Mhm.
What would be your advice to them? How would they disperse that money? How would they use it in order to build the generational wealth from 20?
With 20 grand. Let's go back to this. If you want to build generational wealth by starting a business with that 20,000, right?
Hmm.
The three things I said in the earlier one, can that business with that $20,000 solve three problems?
Right.
If that $20,000 can't solve three problems, then you throwing that money away.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? Because right now, the way my business structure works is I want to own everything that I have a business in. Now I don't, because the Minuteman presses I rent, but everything else I own, right?
Right.
Because where they're located, and I haven't gotten that market yet. But so the question is, can $20,000 build generational wealth? Yes, it can. Yes, it can.
Mm.
Remember, I told you last week, if you got $10,000, you can buy any property just about
Right.
in Baltimore City, or if you find the right people to let you hold a note and give you put ten
Hmm.
thousand down, different things like that, you can build generational wealth with that. So what you would do is you would put $10,000 down on the property. You put 10,000 down in or marketing or whatever the business you're going to do, and do a lot of guerrilla marketing, do a lot of hustling, do a lot of process and documentation of how the business is supposed to go when it gets to where it's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? Bank accounts, making sure that you got everything set up in line, because a lot of stuff you can do on LegalZoom or some site like that. You know what I'm saying? Where it
Right.
costs you probably $500 to set up everything, to set up the trust. I mean, there's a lot of different things. I mean, there's a lot of different ways, man. You just got to study. You just got to ask Chat GPT. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of things that you can do to build generational wealth with 20,000. People might tell you, oh, Lamar don't know what he's talking about. Yes, I do. Because either it's so different businesses out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is
Mm-hmm.
guy on YouTube. Um, like I got a game truck that I can rent out for $4.99 for 2 hours. Right? That game truck cost me $10,000. I just had a truck. I just got to have a truck to pull it. Right? I'm renting it out for 2 hours. On a Saturday, I can do 3 to 4 events at
Yep.
$4.99. Right? So 5, 10, 15, 20. I made $2,000 on a Saturday with a video game truck. $2,000. People not even making $2,000 every 2 weeks.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You can get a used pickup truck. You can buy a trailer, pimp it out with Xboxes, 52-inch TV screens, and still have money in your pocket.
Right.
It's just how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to grow your wealth? How bad do you want to leave something for your family? The question is tonight, how bad do you want to be successful in business and get out of the rat race of the 9 to 5? How bad do you want it? One thing about Baltimore, people party. I can rent that game truck out four times on Saturday, three
Mm-hmm.
times on Sunday with no problem. I can guarantee you I can make about 4 grand cash every weekend with my video game truck. Do I do it? No. Is it there to do? Sure. But I don't have the right people in place for that business.
Wow.
But I just told somebody that I have a video game truck. It's a 24-foot truck with 7 TVs in it. Couch, lights, Xbox, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Wii U, Switch, video games, stand-up video games.
Mm-hmm.
That that's that's I can make 20 grand a month with that video game truck. 20 grand a month. I'm
Right.
serious. That's another feather in my hat, that I'm not even using,
Right.
you know?
So I
So
say
so
you have to be versatile. Like you said, you have to be versatile, and also, um, what three problems does your business solve?
so let's use the game truck for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
It solves 3 problems. It solves one problem for parties. I'm gonna show you the 3 problems it solves for a person that's planning a party for their kid or in a situation, right? It solves one problem because the truck can hold 20 people.
Right.
Nobody's in your house. You can do the party year round because it has heat and air, right? And it's only 2 hours. So the people ain't gonna be at your party for all day. Bam. Solve
Sounds
three
like a
problems.
sounds like a winner to me.
And so if I can make 20,000 a month, I can buy a truck every other month
Yep. Then you can have two or three of them out at the same time
all day
every
long.
weekend. Every weekend.
All day
Or
long.
not only weekend during the day. Because those things
Well,
during
we
the
rent to
school
school. We rent to
yeah,
school.
school. Mm-hmm.
We went to churches.
Church.
We went to birthday parties. We went to community festivals. We rent to private homes. I mean, it's bachelor parties when the guys just want to get on the truck and play. You know what I'm saying? Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. I mean, you name it. We can.
Man, you got let me help you promote that.
Hey, it's sitting right there. I mean, the
Man,
truck is sitting in. I mean, I'm telling you, man,
man,
it's time.
put me in the game.
You in the game. You in the game. You know me, don't you? You in the
Oh
game.
yeah, definitely.
So let's get it.
Let's
But
yeah, let's
but
make it
the
happen.
thing about it is, with $20,000, you don't have to rush to get generational wealth. You have to
Right.
build to with $20,000. You build the business, and then you build the next, and then you get to the point where you buy apartment complex because you save so much money. I mean, whatever you want to do, because everybody's trying to go for the juggler with 20,000. It's impossible.
Right. You gotta build your
Listen, building generational wealth, you can't be lazy.
right.
I see a lot of people faking. You got me? Listen, everybody, in this
I got
podcast, listen to me. Listen to me. Y'all, and I'm going to say this every podcast. Stop listening to these people that can't prove to you, that they have a success story or a white print or even a blueprint or a black print or a red print, whatever, that can get you to your goal in business. Listen,
I
the four
agree.
pillars, let me give you something. The four pillars of generational wealth. You ready?
Yeah.
Ownership, business plus property. Okay, that's number one. Systems is number two. Brand is number three. In succession, you hear that? So number one is ownership, business plus property. Number two, the system that you have in place.
Hmm.
Number three is the brand that you have in place. Right? Everybody want to name their business after themselves. I have no business named after myself. White's cleaning,
Right.
no. That's just me. White's barbecue or White's chicken, no. I don't. It's branding. You're branding a name that can go to Florida, that can go to
Right.
Tennessee, that can go to anywhere. The wing wagon, right, can go anywhere. Party in a minute can go anywhere. Next level video game truck can go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I can keep
Right.
on going on and on with business names I have. Orange storage, orange trash removal. You know what I'm saying? All my trash cans are orange, right? And so I use the logo of an orange. And the trash truck is dumping oranges, right? That can go anywhere.
Right. Yes, it can.
My storage facility is orange storage solutions. My all of the doors on my storage units are orange because orange stands out, right?
Right.
Everybody's saying, "Oh, White and Son." I didn't had that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't
Hmm.
had that. I'm building the four pillars of business and property. Business plus property, right? Systems in place. You gotta have systems in place. And then you gotta have a succession plan. So the takeaway from all of this, generational wealth isn't hope, it's structure. Man, I'm talking some good stuff. A
Yeah,
lot of
that's
people
that's that's good
a lot
stuff.
of people look at this podcast and say they don't want to listen to Lamar White because hey, somebody's gonna listen. You know what I'm saying? I see some of
Hmm.
my friends click on it, right? I see some of my friends click on my podcast, don't like it. It's not about likes because I'm already where they want to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving people stuff. I'm already where people want to be.
Hmm.
You can go to Les Brown, you can go to John Bryant, you can go to all these people, but I'm somebody you can touch. I'm
Right.
already there. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Listen, before other people catch on, I want my family and my Facebook friends to catch on
That's right.
before these other people catch on. And and I ain't got time for you. You know what I tell people? We are the people that the people looking for. I am that person. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'm the people. I'm the people that the people are look. I'm the person that the people are looking for. Already did it. Already failed. Already, I'm already successful. I already seen it. Been there, done that. And now we're in a place where we're teaching how to build generational wealth, how to get real estate, how to start a business, how to put a business in a trust, how to form a business in another state where the taxes are not crazy. Like Delaware taxes don't even look the same. Pennsylvania, I mean, come on, man. Structure, man.
Wow.
Structure.
Now, one last question.
Hmm.
Now, how can we get out of that mindset that, once I make the money, I gotta spend it? You know, some people say, well, you can't take it with you, so you might as well spend it. Now, when
Let me
you,
tell you something. You said
Mhm.
they must. No, that's crazy. Because the thing about it is, if you really love your family and if you love your legacy, I speak highly on legacy, right?
Right,
The takeaway from that is when the business is clear, the inheritance is clear.
right,
People say I might as well spend it and different things like that. That's
hmm,
crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I want to leave a house for all my kids. All my kids can get a house. Whether it's a row house, whether it's a semi-detached, whether it's a detached, whether it's whatever it is, whether it's a
hmm,
mobile home trailer, whether it's a double wide, whether it's a small tiny house, whatever. I'm going to leave them something that they don't have to pay rent on or a mortgage.
hmm,
Right? From there, they
right,
do what they want to do because now their grandkids can live there rent
right.
free, pay the taxes,
Wow,
insurance, and water. That's it.
wow,
Do you understand the difference between living debt free and living with a mortgage and a rent and rent?
wow.
I don't think people get that. Living debt free because of somebody left you an inheritance where you live in a property where all you have to do is pay the
Pay
taxes
taxes, yeah. Wow,
and your general bills, gas and electric, insurance, and water. That's it.
right,
Probably comes out to be $500-600 a month. Nobody's gonna live with no unless you off the grid and you living on solar panels.
right. I agree.
But I mean,
Good.
with today, the today, listen, they said in DC to buy a house in DC, you got to make $230,000 to buy a house in DC.
Wow, and that's minimum.
That's minimum, bruh.
Wow,
That's minimum. How can somebody leave? You know, people want like my son just bought a house. He's like, Dad, I didn't even. But he can have a house. But he's gonna have a house debt free.
right,
But he decided to buy a house, whatever. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Because I gave them another piece of generational wealth. I gave them
right,
knowledge.
right,
My kids were my first case studies on how I can teach people about this thing, man, about business, about generational wealth, about real estate. Is it? So there we have it. And
wow.
I
You,
and I thank God for favor, man. I ain't gonna lie. Man, I gotta always acknowledge God, man. I thank God for favor.
amen.
So there we
And
have it, baby.
definitely dropped a lot of nuggets on tonight about generational wealth. And I
Hmm.
know as we are winding down, are there any last nuggets that you want to drop with the people that is watching on tonight?
Build family roles, not family arguments.
Wow.
Because we this is pre-recorded. It goes live on Friday, but Thanksgiving is tomorrow. And I want to just give that little tidbit because I know some people, sometimes we're live and sometimes we're not, whatever, right? But here it is. Build family roles, not family arguments. So if everybody know their role in the family, then you can build an inheritance and generational wealth. When the business is clear, the inheritance is clear. You don't need the blueprint when you got the white print, baby.
That's right. And we thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. And we pray that your Thanksgiving was blessed and bless you all and your families.
Amen, everybody. Look, y'all be blessed. Remember, build family roles, not family arguments. Y'all be blessed. We out.
The
See you
white
next
print.
week.
See y'all next week.